Hey, what's up guys, OP Gamer here, and today we have a lot of news to talk about. In regards to Capcom's Dino Crisis and Dead Rising survey comments, Sony reportedly working on a PS5 Pro Controller, and more. Before we get into the news of today, please do hit the like button if you enjoy content like this, as that will be much appreciated. Okay, so the first news of today is that Capcom has recently asked the fans in a recent survey regarding the potential of Dino Crisis and Dead Rising's revival. So it says here on ScreenRant.com, Capcom has once again sparked nostalgic fans' hopes for a revival of classic horror franchises like Dino Crisis and Dead Rising, thanks to a survey. A new Capcom survey has led fans to speculate that once popular horror IPs, Dino Crisis and Dead Rising, could be making a return. Both beloved franchises have been dormant for many years now, with Dead Rising 5 cancelled in 2018 and Dino Crisis hasn't been seen since the original Xbox, despite many fans hoping for a Resident Evil 2 style remake. So obviously this is very exciting news for me right now, because I'm a big fan of both of these games and I would absolutely love a revival of these two franchises very soon. Something about those two games I just keep thinking about from time to time and wonder why they were abandoned that way. It just doesn't make sense because they are such beloved games that everyone keeps asking for. Going back to the article, it continues, both the Dino Crisis and Dead Rising franchises were criticized for losing their way in their later entries and turning into more action-heavy titles as opposed to survival horror. I kinda agree with this in regards to Dead Rising, because Dead Rising 4, although was generally fun to play, it just didn't feel the same in terms of the passion and quality of the story and characters, especially when you compare it to Dead Rising 1 or 2. It says here that in 2016's Dead Rising 4, the timer on each mission that gave a sense of urgency were skewed to allow for more of a sandbox experience, which was criticized for having no real tension. Meanwhile, 2003's Xbox exclusive Dino Crisis 3 saw the franchise moving into the distant future of 2548 upon a spacecraft and leaving behind the series' fan-favorite lead, Regina, in exchange for a new protagonist. Despite this, many fans have been hoping Capcom would return to Dino Crisis and Dead Rising once again, and I am definitely amongst those fans as well. I would love to have these games come back to life, especially on next-gen consoles and powerful PCs, and see the difference in fidelity over the time. Let me know your thoughts about this Capcom survey. Do you think these games will make a return? And are you excited if they do? Let me know in the comment section down below. Moving along the next news topic, there is apparently a PS5 controller that's being reported to be in the works. According to VideoGameChronicle.com, Sony is reportedly planning to announce new hardware including a PS5 Pro Controller, but it's claimed a new console isn't being lined up for a reveal, which is to be expected. I mean, PS5 isn't even readily available right now. It's still very hard to find one. It continues, in a report published on Try Hard Guides, industry insider Tom Henderson claims to have heard from several sources that the platform holder will unveil new hardware at the end of June, although this won't include a new console. Described to Henderson as a genuine professional controller for PS5, the new pad will reportedly feature removable analog sticks and grips, trigger stops, and back pedals. Buttons under the analog sticks are set to allow users to remove the analog unit completely, presumably enabling them to replace it with a new one rather than having to buy another controller should issues like stick drift arise. Henderson said he was provided with images of an alleged prototype for the PS5 Pro Controller, which it's claimed will have significant software upgrades. Following reports of a delay, it was recently claimed that Sony will confirm a November release date. And again, Tom Henderson is very credible. If you know, he's the one that actually sparked attention to the Overdose Kojima leak, and he's very known to be accurate in his leaks. I'm definitely interested to see the PS5 Pro Controller. PS4 Pro Controllers are very popular, so I wonder what they'll achieve in the PS5 Pro versions. Let me know your thoughts as well. The next news topic is about Redfall, and it says here on thegamer.com, finally we have some more information about Arkane's upcoming vampire shooter Redfall, as it looks like campaign progression is tied to the host of multiplayer games. This means that if you're joining your friend's game, only they will keep the campaign progression you make, and you'll have to play through the game again if you want to play solo. It's not the biggest issue, but definitely one to remember when you and some buddies boot up Redfall next year. So yeah, this is definitely disappointing news, and it definitely discourages people to play with their friends because you won't be progressing, only your friends will. I really don't understand why this is an issue and why they can't fix it. Hopefully they do in the future. Redfall isn't really a game that gets me excited very much, especially after the gameplay, but since it's being made by Arkane, I can definitely see the potential of it becoming very popular and loved by many. Hopefully they fix this very soon. The final news of today is that if you are a PS Plus Premium member, then any game that's on your PS5 wishlist, if it gets added on the PS Plus Premium, then you will get a notification on your PS5, which is very convenient obviously. It's reported by TechRadar.com PS Plus members and PS Plus Extra subscribers have noticed a handy new feature that adds new functionality to your console's wishlist, making it noticeably more useful than ever before. If you're subscribed to the new PS Plus service with the higher Extra or Premium tiers, you'll receive a notification if and when any game on your PS5's wishlist lands on the service. It'll potentially save you buying the game outright when it can be downloaded instead at no extra cost. So yeah, this is definitely handy because it prevents any accidental purchases that people may make without noticing that their game is actually already available on their subscription. This isn't something that Sony had to do, but obviously it's for convenience sake, and it's a very positive look for Sony as well. I'm actually interested in the service as well. I'm just waiting for them to add more games, as I have seen some videos and reviews of the PS Plus service, and it just doesn't get me very hyped to the point to spend that big amount of money. Hopefully Sony will add a lot more games in the future and a lot more classic games, so that maybe I will subscribe to it. That's all the news for today. Let me know your thoughts about this news in the comment section down below. Please do leave a like if you enjoyed this video, as that will be much appreciated and will help with the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and don't forget to hit the bell notification icon to never miss any future daily uploads. That's all from me now. I'll see you next time.